This time, she said she did not want to name Diddy. She said she was afraid that she wouldn't be believed and that later on, the rapper would harm her.
Jay, you told us. You told us.
He put the boost to that girl. And Kim Porter put her life.
What happened from 8 to 11? And why did all Kim's stuff come up missing?
All y'all up for free.
Do you feel like they're trying to silence you?
Of course they're trying to silence me. That's why they sent shooters to 87th Street. Harold's Chicken and try to shoot me down in the middle of the day.
D-I-D-D-Y. D-E-V-I-S.
This is gonna be paid off. There's another NDA. This is gonna be, it's terrible.
You won't believe what just went down Jaguar Wright. That fierce singer with pipes of gold just spilled some piping hot tea about Diddy. And let me tell you, it ain't pretty, she's saying. He tried to put a hit on her. Can you even, like we're talking about one of the biggest names in the music biz, trying to silence a talented artist? It's giving me chills for real Jaguars out here risking it all to expose the dark side of the industry. And we're here for every juicy detail. You ready for this roller coaster? Cause it's about to get wild.
I've seen what they do. The ritualistic behaviors, the drinking, putting girls in the suitcases, dumping them in alleyways. It's horrifying.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself.
Let me tell you about Jaguar Wright. This woman's got pipes that could make angels jealous for real. She's been in the game for years, singing back up for some of the biggest names in R&B. We're talking The Roots, Jay-Z, L. Green, the list goes on. And on Jaguar's voices like honey dripping over velvet, smooth and sweet, but with a kick that'll make you sit up and take notice. But honey, she ain't just another pretty voice with a face to match. Jaguar's got a reputation for speaking her mind. And let me tell you, she does not hold back. This woman's got more teeth in a British afternoon social, and she's ready to spill it all over the pristine white tablecloth of the music industry. The streets are saying Jaguars has been dropping bombs about industry secrets left and right. She's like a new woman WikiLeaks for the music biz, exposing everything from shady deal to backstage drama. One day she's singing her heart out on stage, the next she's exposing celebs like they're on an episode of Maury who said you were faithful. But the lie detector determined that was a lie. That's Jaguar serving up truth with a side of sass. Now, Jaguar's latest tea is so hot it's got everyone's tongues wagging and their ears perk up like meerkats at feeding time. She's not just spilling, she's dumping the whole kettle. And girl, let me tell you, this ain't no weak chamomile. We're talking strong, dark, and liable to keep you up all night.
You know, 10 AR-15s pointed in my face. A guy in the bushes at the window. If it wasn't for me sitting there holding that teddy bear, what if I got fans out there that are kind of disgusted about the whole thing? He said he was getting death threats. He said they kept calling him a snitch and was threatening to harm him and his midnight colored wife and that Cocoa Krispy Milk baby. You know that they live in that Buick.
Oh, man.
You know, he wanted to be in the Nature Boy camp.
Nah, okay.
The boy, the Kulu. He's the one that hates Solar. He's the one that started the rumor saying that me and Solar had an intimate relationship. Because he was jealous that I took Solar and Shaka under my wing. He wanted to be a part of them. He wanted to be in there, but he ain't get accepted. He got rejected. Can you imagine?
That's hard. Yeah.
Who the fuck gets rejected from Nature Boy? He takes everybody, G.
The cult says no.
Like, that's like the devil saying, no, not that one.
The devil swipe left. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, but that's how this boy became, you know, obsessed with hunting down because they rejected him. So he started stalking them. And in the interest of the public, Yeah, but you wanted to eat the seminal fluid with the. You wanted to take the sacramite. You wanted to be down. You wanted to. Yeah.
So.
And guess what? He even lied about that. He even lied about turning me in. He lied about everything, you know? And I asked King World 2020 the other day, you want to call me a liar and you want to sit up here and defend people that you've never met. And you've also never met me. Let's talk about people that you have met. How about we talk about people you actually know? Why did Devon lie? Why did Kulu lie? I don't know why he lied. I don't even care. I don't know why he did it. But this is your most trusted ally. Y'all like got yourselves as like the neighborhood watch for YouTube. And he's a liar.
But here's where it gets real interesting. Jaguar's pointing fingers at Diddy, and it ain't to dance to Bad Boy for Life. Nuh-uh, she's accusing him of some seriously shady business. We're talking allegations that it make 'em rose blush. Diddy, the man who's been at the top of the hip-hop game for decades, the one who's got more connections than a switchboard operator, and Jabber's out here calling him out like he's just another player in her high-stakes game of truth or dare. But why did he what's got Jaguar risking it all to call out one of the biggest names in hip-hop, girl? That's the million-dollar question. Right there, is it personal beef? Does she know something we don't? Or is Jaguar just tired of seeing the dark side of the industry and decided it's time to flip on all the lights? Whatever the reason, Jaguar is not backing down. She's standing her ground like she planted roots deeper than the bass and the dop. Jerby, this woman's got more courage than a lion tamer at feeding time, and she's using every ounce of it to take on a music mogul who's known for making problems disappear faster than a magician's assistant. It's like David taking on Goliath. But instead of a slingshot, Jaguar's armed with a microphone and a whole lot of truth. And let me tell you, the way she's wielding that mic, it might just be mightier than any sword Goliath could bring to the fight. So buckle up, Buttercup, cause this ride's just getting started. Jaguar Wright spilling tea that's scorching hot, and it looks like Diddy might be the one getting burned. Will he brush it off like lint on a velvet suit? Or is this the beginning of a music industry meltdown? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, we'll be watching every juicy second of it unfold.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. And all of you bitches that won't speak, I hope you get charged right with them as an accessory before, during, or after each crime, because every bitch that's been around Diddy seen Diddy beat a bitch. Period.
So, we've seen Diddy do a public apology.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
That's my thought. You just did a statement a month ago saying you never done nothing like that. Now you say different? My. How illuminating. When was you lying? When you said you never done nothing like that after you got shown doing it? It must suck to know that Jay-Z is most likely paying for all of this to be done to you. You little booty hole brother. Fucking thing one and thing two.
Did he?
They are psychopaths, and they have been working together for the better part of 25 years. They collect victims, they compete, and they claim their prizes. You know, there was a movie called Kiss the Girls. Do you remember that with Morgan Freeman?
No, I definitely remember that. Yep.
And remember, they were looking for the Casanova unaliver, the serial killer. And as they went into their investigation, they started seeing that certain crimes were mirroring one another. Two different styles. Same hunt, same kill. They came to find out that it was two of them working, mirror, competing. One type of woman grabbed one way, same type of woman grabbed another way on the other side of the country. They were able to find their lunar cycle and how they hunted and when they picked. And guess what? It was the sloppy one that got him caught. Because it was the sophisticated one that taught him how to hunt. You remember that?
Yep.
What if I told you I was Ashley Judd?
You'll ever wonder how Diddy stays winning when there's more dirt on him than a pig in a mud bath? Well, grab your shovels, cause we're about to dig deep into the Diddy dynasty. Is he really the baddest boy in the biz? Or is it all smoking mirrors? The tea we're about to spill might just change everything you thought you knew about this hip-hop heavyweight. Now let's talk about Diddy, the man, the myth, the mogul. This brother's been running the game longer than some of y'all have been alive, from Bad Boy Records to Shah John Syro Vodka to Revolt TV. Diddy's got his fingers in more pies than a bakery on Thanksgiving. We're talking an empire so vast it's got more zeros than my bank account after a shopping spree at Saks. But with great power comes great scandals, and Diddy's got enough drama to fill a whole season of Love and Hip Hop. The streets have been whispering about Diddy's dark side for years, and it ain't just about his all-black outfits. We're talking shady contracts that make even a lawyer's head spin, artist beats hotter than a ghost pepper, and rumors that it have your grandma clutching her pearls so tight they turn to diamonds. Remember when May came out saying Diddy was still holding on to his publishing rights? Or how about when the Locks had to stage a whole campaign just to get their masters back? And let's not forget about poor Craig Mack, may he rest in peace, who felt like he got left in the dust when Biggie blew up. The list goes on and on. Honey, like a CVS receipt after you buy one pack of gum. But here's the kicker: no matter how much mud gets slung Diddy's way, he always seems to come out smelling like Syro. If you know what I mean, it's like he's got some kind of Teflon suit that just lets all the accusations slide right off. 1 minute he's in hot water, the next he's throwing the hottest party in town with every Aster on speed dial.
Sean Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it.
So there's been so many people on the internet trying to figure out where you are. They're watching you. They're doing all types of stuff trying to figure you out.
You want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you? I can tell you how it feels. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. That Cassie shit, that's nothing.
So are you trying to say like Jay-Z put hands on you?
I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me, and he's got it on tape. Just like Diddy. And they're gonna be crazy. It's gonna be the women that get them in the end.
So you say that that Jay-Z.
Fuck Jay-Z! And I think it's time for him to start speaking up about his very good friend. Just 9 months ago, you were singing his praises. All that he's done for the culture. And how you gotta be crazy like Diddy to make it. Then you didn't want to sit next to him at the Grammys. told everybody that he had cooties, and canceled the Rock Nation brunch, which is your favorite event, because that's how you line up who you gonna use around me. Like y'all did with Clarence Avon. I'm gonna get you. And I told you I would. And I'm gonna keep my word. And you're gonna pay me in full. I got your boy Diddy by the nuts. How long you think before I'll have yours right here in mine?
Now, I'm not saying Diddy's got some kind of voodoo protection or nothing, but you got to wonder how he keeps dodging these bullets like he's in the Matrix. Is it his charm, his connections, or maybe it's that infectious laugh that just makes you want to forgive him for anything, whatever it is, it's worked like a charm. Until now, see Jaguar Wright's accusations, they're hitting different. It's like she's got the key to Pandora's box. And she's not afraid to turn that lock. People are listening, and they're not just brushing it off like they usually do when someone comes for Diddy. It's got folks' side I am him harder than when he changed his name for the nth time. So here's the million-dollar question. Is this the beginning of the end for Diddy's untouchable status? Or is it just another Tuesday in the music biz? Cause let's be real, this ain't the first time someone's tried to take a shot at the king. But something feels different this time around. It's like the whole industry is holding its breath, waiting to see if this is the scandal that finally sticks. Maybe it's because Jaguar is not just some random person looking for clout. She's got credentials longer than a Kanye West rant, and she's not backing down. Or maybe it's because people are finally ready to listen, really listen to what's been going on behind them velvet ropes and VIP sections. One thing's for sure, the wee Diddy comes out of this smelling like roses or not. The game is changing. The days of sweep things under the rug might be over, and even the biggest names in the biz are going to have to watch their step. Cause if Diddy can fall, ain't nobody safe in this industry. So grab your popcorn and settle in, cause this show is just getting started. And honey, it's gonna be one hell of a ride.
What would it take for Jay-Z to go down like Diddy did?
I don't know. But I got an idea that Evan Rogers is gonna help me figure that out.
And who is Evan?
Evan was the producer who only seemed to work on teeny bopper projects, who discovered Rihanna at 3 a.m. in the morning in a hotel room on the island where she comes from, with no parental supervision. And then she was put on a private plane, a minor, from one country to another, without parental supervision. And she ended up in a boardroom with Mr. Carter, without parental supervision. Y'all got young children. Would you just let your daughter leave and go to a whole other country with some motherfucking niggas you don't know?
Absolutely not.
Doing talent shows at 3 a.m.
So you're saying that the rumors are true. There are rumors circulating that Rihanna was actually trafficked here. Are you saying that
Starting to sound that way, because her daddy ain't show up till 24 hours later to pick up a $500,000 check for his daughter's ass. Maybe we should look more into that album, Auntie. That album cover was disturbing. A child bride with a crown over her head and blood smeared on her face. I don't know. How don't people see SOSs anymore? I mean, maybe I'm just crazy.
So do you think that there will ever be a space or a time where Rihanna may come forward and express some of her experiences?
I don't know, but I'm working. I'm working around the clock. She didn't look comfortable pregnant, throwing up that goddamn diamond sign during Super Bowl. Word has it, she didn't want to do it at all. She just had no choice. And then she was forced to step down from her billion-dollar company so she could be alone. I guess that's what happens when your pimp put up all the money in the first place.
Do you think that's also the reason why the album situation is what it is, where she's not dropping any music?
I mean, if I was her, I wouldn't. More music means more indebted. More music means more money laundering. More music means she stays a shell corporation and not a human being. You wanna know what's funny? The only difference between Inga Marchand and Rihanna is that one was international, the other one was right next door. Both about 14, both tender, both damn near virgins, both mid-rated by Sean Carter. I don't know. I wonder how Rihanna's feeling about being replaced by Blue Ivy.
Now y'all might be thinking what could possibly be worse than all the tea we've already spilled. Well, hold on to your wigs, cause Jaguar Wright's about to snatch them clean off. Remember, when I said the game was changing, we're not just talking about a new level, we're talking about a whole new game one, where the stakes are higher than Snoop Dogg. On 4/20th, what kind of secrets could make a music mogul allegedly want to silence someone permanently, okay? So here's where things get real messy. We're talking Jerry Springer messy, but with higher stakes and fancier clothes. Jaguar drops the bomb that Diddy tried to put a hit on her, and honey, we ain't talking about a #1 single on the Billboard charts. We're talking about the kind of hit that doesn't come with a platinum plaque. If you catch my drift, girl, can you imagine one of the biggest names in music, a man who's been to the White House, rubbed elbows with presidents, and shaped the sound of a generation, allegedly trying to silence someone permanently? It's like finding out your favorite Annie's been running a fight club in her basement. You just can't wrap your head around it now. Jaguar saying Diddy felt threatened by what she knows, but what could be so bad? What kind of tea is she holding that's got a whole empire shook? We're talking secrets that could shake the industry harder than a Bean surprise album. Drop the kind of revelations that could turn the music world upside down faster than you can say. Milli Vanilli lip sync scandal. Is it about shady business deals that make Wolf of Wall Street look like a kid's lemonade stand? Or maybe it's dirt on other artists that could end careers quicker than you can say. Ashley Simpson SNL performance, whatever it is, it's got Diddy allegedly ready to risk it all to keep it under wrap.
What be your expectation walking in the court, to discuss this situation? And
I expect to walk out.
There you go. And boom, goes the dynamite.
And that's what I do. That's what I've been doing. I told him last year when I walked out, all charges dismissed. It's gonna be that.
Is God telling you this? Because I just feel like you just know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So like you already know when you go in there. Like I'm going out.
Yeah. He determines. You know, I decided, I don't know, the name of that production company still is just irking me. Because I really do walk by faith. I devoted my life to walking by faith. I don't worry about what human beings are saying or doing because I know what God said. And the closer that I walk to that, to those words, and live by that motto, I don't worry about nothing. Like when I say Jag don't
Eli
give no
type.
fucks, I mean literally, because I don't worry about nothing. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. It was already written, so ain't nothing I can do to change it. The only thing that I can do is stay out of its way, accept it, or maybe bend it. You can't change the future, but you can bend circumstances.
Yeah.
And I'm an airbender.
Yeah.
I dance on that line because I know the power of the tongue. And I know if I believe it and I say it, it will be ashe. See, I believe things a little differently than most people do. That's why I'm so confusing. I get it. I wouldn't believe me if I was them either. They sleeped in a woke. Understand me. I'm conscious, you're not. And that. We were in the airport and we're on the moving walkway. And I said, count how many people got phones out. I just do that. 85% of the people that were around look like zombies. And the people that weren't looking down,
On my phone.
I don't know what to do without my phone.
The plot thickens faster than my waistline at Thanksgiving dinner, honey. Every time Jaguar opens her mouth, it's like she's adding another layer to this already multi-tiered cake of drama. And let me tell you, it's a cake that's looking more and more like it might topple over and make a mess all over the clean floors of the music industry. But here's the gag: Jaguar is not backing down. She's standing her ground like she's got cement shoes, refusing to be silenced, even with alleged threats on her life. It's like watching David face off against Goliath, except David's armed with a microphone instead of a slingshot, and Goliath's got a whole army of lawyers and PR specialists. Jaguar's out here spilling tea like it's Boston Harbor Circle 1773, and she's ready to start a whole revolution. But is she playing with fire, or is this the match that's going to burn down some music industry empires? Cause let's be real, if even half of what she's saying is true, we might be looking at a domino effect that could bring down more careers than a badly timed tweet. Some folks are calling Jaguar brave, a whistleblower who's risking it all to expose the truth. Others are saying she's just bitter, trying to get her moment in the spotlight by taking down a giant. But whether you believe her or not, one thing for sure, she's got the whole industry on edge, wondering who's going to be left standing when the music stops. So grab your popcorn and settle in, cause this drama is far from over. Will Jaguar's revelations be the straw that breaks the camel's back, or will Diddy manage to brush this off like he's done so many times before? One thing's for certain, the next track in this industry playlist is going to be a banger, and we're all ears to hear how it plays out.
It will be what it's been until we break it. And we should break it. We haven't done right. And we need to let the future make the choices, because they're the ones that are going to have to live out those consequences. When I think about Tupac and I think about Nipsey, I become embarrassed. Because if people had started speaking up about Diddy sooner, Nipsey might still be here. Takeoff might still be here. If I had spoke on what I suspected back in the late 90s, Lamont Coleman might still be here. We fucked it up. Generation Z, we just need to clean up our mess, and we need to give it to them. That's what's right. I don't know, maybe that sounds crazy, but that's what's right.
Thank you, Jack.
Well, Tiffany's on her way. We're having Roscoe's by the pool. I'm gonna give you guys a call. She wants to meet you.
Okay, cool. All right, give us a call.
Love you.
Bye.
Back, Jack.
And hey, no means no.
Right.
And don't believe the hype.
This tea party was just about Diddy Honey. That was just an appetizer, Jaguar, serving up a whole buffet of industry secrets, and some of your faves might be on the menu. The question is, who's next on Jaguar's hit list? Jaguar Wright ain't playing no games. She's out here spilling tea like it's her full-time job. And let me tell you, business is booming. This woman's got dirt on half of Hollywood in the music industry. And she's airing out everybody's dirty drawers faster than a laundromat. On a Sunday morning, we're talking names bigger than my hair on Humidity Day. Honey Jaguar's calling out artists, producers, executives. Nobody's safe from her truth-telling tornado. It's like she's got a roll D of secrets and she's flipping through it faster than a DJ at a hot club. 1 minute, she's exposing a Grammy-winning artist. The next, she's pulling the curtain back on her top-level exec. It's giving me whiplash. But I can't look away. The industry is shaking like a chihuahua in a snowstorm, wondering who's going to be next on Jaguar's list. You can bet there are some big names out there sweating bullets, praying their names don't come up in Jaguar's next Instagram. Limits like musical chairs. But instead of losing your seat, you might lose your whole career. Now, some folks are saying this could be the start of a Me Too movement in the music world. Lord knows the industry's got enough skeletons in its closet to fill a graveyard, from sexual harassment to exploitation. Jaguars hinting at some seriously dark stuff going down behind the scenes. And if even half of what she's saying is true, we might be looking at an industry-wide shake-up that will make the British invasion look like a tea party. But here's the million-dollar question. Is this all smoking, no fire? Cause let's be real, we've heard whispers and rumors before, but nothing ever seems to stick. It's like the music industry's got some kind of Teflon coating that just lets all the scandals slide right off.
Now imagine all your hopes and dreams. You're making $500 a week. You just spent $1,000. And you ain't even paid for your promo pictures yet. Gotta have a promo picture with a bio to go with the CD or the cassette tape or the DAT tape. That's what it was like for us. Now you gotta sit there and pray he's not a fucking pervert. You gotta pray he doesn't have cameras in the dressing room. You gotta pray that he doesn't grab your tit again to let you know that you need to drop your shirt a little bit more. But this is the guy that everybody goes to. This is the guy that's approved. This is the guy that they don't want to see anybody else's work but him. So, hopefully you avoid being sexually harassed or assaulted. Now you $2,000 in. And you go up to that company and you sit with these motherfuckers. And they smile and they listen to your shit in front of you and they telling you, yeah. Yeah, well, we about to start signing again. Yo, I feel you, kid. Yo, this shit is dope. Yo, man, this shit is... Yeah, you walking out on top of the world. And before you turn the fucking corner, after you close the door, they're calling you every fucking thing but a child of God and fucking throwing your shit in the trash. And no one's ever gonna hear it. Imagine how many millions of motherfucking people have that experience. Over 800,000 artists are signed every year worldwide, and yet your list of celebrities is less than 250. Out of that, maybe 10 of them will become superstars, megastars. Tell me something. How many of their best rivals ended up in the trash? How many motherfuckers had that gift and that ability and they went to that label and they said, we're gonna sign you, we're gonna promote you, and we're gonna do this, knowing they're never gonna do anything. They're gonna put you on the fucking shelf because Clive Davis paid them to sign you so you be stuck. And for a favor from him later, maybe a nomination for a Grammy. Imagine that. You're trapped in that fucking deal. Better yet, let me put a face to it. Bobby Sessions.
What's the home?
That's not close to home. That's fucking bull's eye. What happened to Bobby Sessions? 8 years ago, he was supposed to be the hottest thing out of Dallas. Everything was great. Everything was wonderful. He was being looked at. He was actually almost saw as a rival for Big Sean at one point. Got signed to Def Jam. Def Jam. Bobby Sessions. That should have been an easy win. Community activist. Had his sexy on, hung in the right crowds. Where's Bobby Sessions? Def Jam recording artist. Wonder who paid to get him out the way. Because that motherfucker was on fire until he put his name on that paper. Somebody tell me I'm lying.
Some people are calling Jaguar a hero, saying she's the voice of the voiceless, speaking up for all the artists who've been chewed up and spit out by the industry machine. They're saying it's about time someone had the guts to pull back the curtain and show us what's really going on behind the scenes. But others, they're saying Jaguar is just bitter, has been trying to get her 15 minutes of fame by taking down the successful. They're questioning why she's only speaking up now, why she didn't say something years ago when all this was supposedly going down. But whether you believe her or not, one thing's for sure, the tea is spilling regardless, and it's scalding hot, burning reputations and leaving everyone wondering what's going to come out next. With each new revelation, the question on everyone's lips is who's going to be left standing when the music stops, cause this ain't just about individual careers anymore. We're talking about potentially bringing down entire empires, shaking the foundations of an industry that's been doing things this way for decades. So grab your popcorn and your shades, cause the future's looking real bright or real dark, depending on where you're standing. One thing for sure though, Jaguar Wright's just getting started. And honey, this show ain't over till the fat lady sings, and something tells me she's got a whole lot more to say before that final curtain falls.
But I can understand what the help we're going through, because like he used to use condoms. And then at the end of the day, or he picked somebody up, or he going to Kim or whatever like that, you know, he'd be like, yo, y'all got any condoms? So I was one of those dudes, I used to keep condoms in my truck for him. Because we never knew when this dude was gonna say, yo, I need a condom. And then you could be getting off of work and he could have company and everything like that, and he'll say, yo, I need condoms. So we used to keep boxes of condoms for him. That was our boss. I used to get them from the state because we had to get them for the inmates. So, you know, when we go to visit the inmates and stuff like that, and they be like, yo, I don't use them. Keep them in the truck. Puffer use them. But security used to have to give condoms for them. So I understood what people might say he liked baby oil. They kept baby oil in the house for him.
And if I'm not mistaken, I remember a while back you telling me, because the first thing I thought about when I heard about the baby oil and the lubricant was you telling me a while back that you had to buy butt plugs for Diddy. You remember you telling me that?
Man, stop that bullshit. Why? We're not doing that, bruh. We're not doing that. Stop that bullshit. You not putting that shit on me. I was in a place where he was buying butt plugs, and I asked him, yo, what are you getting these for, bruh? He said, can I do my shopping by myself? So don't sit up there, Mike, we're not doing that, bruh. I cut this motherfucker off right now. We're not doing that with bruh. You know what I'm saying? I was following him in one of those adult stores. He was picking up, they gave him a brown paper bag at the door, a big ass brown paper bag. He was just putting shit in there. And then when he got to this place, he reached up there to the left. Well, it was to the left. He reached up there to the left and he started just getting these things down. And it was crazy. I was like, yo, damn. So I went up there and looked and it said, butt plug. I was like, hey, yo, because he was walking a little further in front of me. I said, yo, what are you getting these for? He said, can I do my shopping by myself? I was like, yep. And I waited at the front door for him. When he came up, to the front door. Yo, he didn't even have to show the guy what was in the bag. He just gave the dude a wad of money like that. I was like, yo, wow. It's crazy.
This saga's got more twists and turns than a roller coaster. At Six Flags Jaguar, Wright's out here spilling tea like it's going out of style. And the music industry shook to its core. Whether you're Team Jaguar or Team Diddy, one thing's crystal clear: nothing's going to be the same after this. It's like we're watching a real-life soap opera. But instead of amnesia and evil twins, we've got alleged hits and industry secrets. The tea so hot it's burning tongues, left and right. And everyone's wondering who's going to get scalded next. So keep your eyes peeled and your notifications on, honey. This drama is far from over. And trust me, you don't want to miss a single sip of this piping hot brew. The music world's about to change, and we've got front row seats to the whole show.